Hi guys, it's time for one of my favorite routine monthly activities, which is planning for the next month. I like to keep it simple and quite minimalistic, but at the same time I like it to motivate me, to excite me about the upcoming month, and also to review my previous months so that I know where I am and where I would like to go. So those activities help me to keep track of my big goals, but at the same time be focused on the present moment. And if you would like to see more videos like that, please subscribe to my channel and let's get into planning. I do all my planning in Notion, and this is how I can access my monthly planning and even previous month's planning on my phone, which is very convenient and really gives me that flexibility. So on the very top of the page I have my yearly vision board, which helps me to visualize some ideas, some goals and some wishes that I set up for myself in the beginning of the year, and I also review them in the mid-year review, which I've done some time ago. I like to look at it at least once a month when I'm doing my planning, so that I don't forget about some things that I envisioned that will happen or I would like to happen with me. And it's very motivational because when I see those goals, those wishes, it helps me to refocus on the opportunities I could see or otherwise I could miss when I don't focus on something that I really want. And as usual, as I'm planning for September, I'm looking back at my August and thinking about what happened, what went really well, what are the highlights, what would I like to improve, and so on. So just making some reflection, because for me, I notice that I'm personally growing when I can actually reflect on what happened to me last year, what did I do last month, and actually what did I do last day. So whenever I reflect, I know how to move forward. So August was the month when we spent a lot of time with my family and friends back in Riga, but actually we spent there nearly 2 months, but all, or actually most of the activities and most of the important activities we somehow left towards the end of our stays. So the last 2 weeks were really very busy. I mean, good busy, but really, really busy. And yes, in the beginning of this week, we came back home to Bristol, and I do have it as a highlight because we had a lot of things to take with us as we were traveling for more than 2 months in total. And we also are traveling with a little toddler, which is another level of travel. So this was a highlight because there is quite a few preparations that we had to do. In August I released 2 long videos on YouTube, even though I planned to release 1 video per week. But here I left it as a highlight because I would love to focus on my gains, not my losses. So I could say that, oh, I didn't do all the 4 videos that I wanted, but I actually choose to focus on the 2 that I've done. And I also have done more short videos because they were a little bit easier to create, and it was still a good way to keep my YouTube channel active by sharing just some shorter ideas. Then I go to my learnings, which can be either some formal learning on some course or something like that, or it can be some life learnings that I would like to keep in mind in the future. So now I understand that I wasn't able to do all the planned long videos because they take time, and my schedule in Riga was quite unpredictable, and it was quite difficult to film those long videos because of the setup and stuff. So I either have to learn how to film long videos in unusual settings, which is one way to solve it, or I need to film a few videos in advance so that whenever I can't release a video, it would still be there on my channel for you guys to watch and still keep in touch. And I also started a course which is all about how to explain and bring value as a freelancer. For example, I do video editing on the side of everything else I do, and I would love to understand how to bring value to the people I work with as a video creator. Things I would like to leave in August is trying to fit as much as possible in the time frame which is not really realistic. And this happened to me because I thought that, okay, when I'm there I can film videos, I can do this, I can go there, I can sort my documents or something like that. And I realized this is really not possible because still my schedule is quite unpredictable and I still need to learn how to manage it. So what I usually do is I set very little, minimalistic and realistic goals so that I could achieve them. But something happened to me, and either I was very energetic, or I had good rest over the first few weeks of June. So I thought, oh, I can do quite a lot, and I realized I actually can't do everything because it's too much. And something I don't want to do in the future as well is to leave all the important tasks and activities to the very end, because I had quite a few things that I had to do while being in Riga, and there were also some things that I just wanted to do, and somehow I left it to the very end, and some of them didn't get done because either I wasn't feeling well, or maybe the place I had to go to was closed or something like that. And yeah, that's the lesson. Just do the important bits first, and it's a very well-known principle, but somehow I forgot about it. So I would like to have these words on my monthly reflection list because I would love to remember them. And the things I would like to take with me into the future is my inspiration and ideas. I realized that as soon as I had a proper rest, I had quite a lot of good ideas that I would like to implement, and I would like to generate them further. And actually, I would like to have also some time to implement them. And now let's do the September planning. So the first question I ask myself is, how do I want to feel during the month? And this month in September, I would like to feel productive and organized, and actually keep track of the areas that I'm working in, because as I mentioned, I had quite a lot of ideas that I would like to implement, and I started working on some of them. So now I need to put this all into my brain, or actually take it out of my brain and put it somewhere on a paper so that I could understand what is the area, how much do I want to work on it, how long do I want to work on it, and actually what, when, how. So I need to do a bigger picture planning, a bigger picture brain dump of everything that I have at the moment. So in terms of the highlights, I plan to have at least one long video per week in September, and I hope it is manageable to me. And I also would like to have one short video on my channel over a whole month. So in this way, it's very realistic, it's not too pressuring, and I definitely can fit it in my schedule. But if I go and have more videos, I will be happy, but one is really satisfactory. The next thing is our daughter is going to nursery after a long break, so it was nearly 3 months of a break for her. So we will have to prepare a little bit because we never know how she reacts. Maybe she has forgotten all the people there, but I hope it will go well because she loved it, and yeah, we'll see. In September, I would love to have quite a few walks in nature while the weather is still good here, and I would love to ensure that we visit some places we haven't been before. It was quite tricky with the little one because we had to adjust based on her sleep and weather and how we feel and things we want to do, so it was quite tricky to do it regularly. But now I would love to bring those walks back into our life because they help to recharge, they help to just feel connected. And yes, I also would love to have some exercise into my schedule. Actually, when I'm thinking about August and July as well, I had a lot of runs done when we were in Riga, and I would like to mention them as a highlight for August. And the way I motivated myself to do some exercise while traveling was that I actually took my sports shoes and my sports clothes, and I thought that we have quite limited luggage allowance for our trip, so I have to take something that I will use. And that's what happened actually. I thought I will regret if I don't use it because I was carrying it on in my luggage, so I thought, okay, if I have it here, I will use it. So that happened, and I did quite a few runs. So I did my running multiple times a week, and it was really refreshing because I love running. I love the simplicity of it. So the only thing I need is my clothes. So I don't have to sign up for anything. So that's perfectly fits into my idea of flexibility. So whenever I can, I run. And I would love to implement this in my September as well. Maybe not so much running, but I found one program for a month that I would like to try, and yeah, that's what I'm planning to do in September. And the next section is the habits that I would like to either add to my routine or maybe to keep track of some of the existing habits, and I will leave them as they were in July. So I would still love to keep track of my sleep because I tend to not to do this very well, and I would also love to keep track of my homework for life because this is something very new to me, and most of the days I actually forget to write my storyboarding moment of the day. And what I would like to do here is to add a calendar slot specifically for this activity, because previously I didn't have this time blocking thing, and so most of the days I didn't do it because I just don't remember. It's not part of my routine. So that's what we do with habits in September. Okay, the next one is the goal. I usually have a specific goal during the month, which is either some sort of experiment or something that I would love to do, but I need to focus on that and add it to my calendar so that I don't forget about it. And I usually juggle between some professional things, some freelancing things, or some project things, or some personal things. And this month it will be something personal. So this month I would like to create and print out the photo book. So this is very important to me because I know I do quite a lot of pictures on my mobile phone, but I actually would love to have an album which I can look through sitting on my couch with a cup of tea, or maybe just have some good memories and not having to go to my phone. So something very physical, tangible. I don't know, I just want it. And I will break it down into 3 weeks so that I know I can do it. So during the first week I will go and see what are the pictures that I have taken that I would like to have in my album. Maybe I will do some theme around an album. Maybe it will be a specific year, or it will be something else. So I will pick up pictures from my camera, from my mobile phone, or maybe from my husband's mobile phone, and decide how many albums would I ideally want to make. During the second week I will research on providers and also do the layout of the album, because I know that I have to do it on my own, and I've done it at work previously of our graduate scheme albums, and I know it takes some time because you have to reposition photos and think what's the logical way to lay out them in the book. So it will take some time, so I'm leaving the whole week to that. And during the last week I will order the book, and hopefully I will receive it very soon to check the quality, to see if I would like to do more books with the same people, or maybe I will choose something different. But I hope by the end of September I will enjoy our album, hopefully. And yeah, of course, the last week is usually for having some rest, because when we are constantly focusing and working hard to something, we really need some refresh, and that's what I'm doing during the time that is not fitting into those 3 weeks. And as usually in the very end, I keep track of our community here, and I realized I actually forgot to add 1 month here, so let's do it. And in August, on the moment of recording, we are 42. Welcome guys to my channel. I hope you're enjoying videos. I hope you have a chance to plan with me, either in Notion or maybe in writing in a notebook. And I hope you found those videos inspirational. And thank you for joining this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!